What day is it? I hollered. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Psalm 118:24. A group of boys hollered this back at me, their voices trailing off and getting softer as they became more unsure of themselves towards the end of the verse. But John Solomon and I stood there just grinning from ear to ear. We were so proud of those boys. We had the opportunity to spend a week with these boys at Camp McCormick with ABY camps, and we had the privilege of this amazing group of young men in our cabin, and John had brought along with him a little plaque. It was a wooden plaque with that verse inscribed upon it, and those boys worked tirelessly all week, maybe with a little bit of candy to bribe them, to memorize that verse so that whenever we hollered, "What day is it?" whether we were swimming, whether we were doing crafts, wherever we were, they would all holler back with that verse. This is the day the Lord has made, so let us rejoice and be glad in it. Do you ever spend time worrying about the future? Or do you spend time anxious about the unknown? Sure, we probably all do that, but why? Do you ever feel like you just have those days that seem to drag on for a week? Or maybe you have those days where you're just stuck. You can't move. Sure, we probably all have some of those days, but why? Look, there's a lot of things in this world that could bog us down. You know, we have money, school, work, bills, relationships. There's a lot of things in this world to weigh us down, but why? Probably because those things matter to us. We care about those things. They influence our lives, but the thing about worry is that worry doesn't just go away by not thinking about it. When we just cast it off and we just sweep it under the rug, the worry's still there, but perhaps even worse, it just sits in the back of our mind and weighs us down until we get to a point where we're stuck and we don't know how to move on, and we don't even know what is holding us back. We feel like we're drowning, but we don't even know what we're drowning in. We need someone to come take that worry away from us. We need someone whom we can trust to bestow upon that worry, that we can cast that worry upon, so that we don't have to worry about it anymore, so that it's not weighing us down, bogging us down in the back of our minds. You know, there's a lot of verses in here that say basically, don't worry, God's got it. You know, Philippians says, don't be anxious about anything, but instead present your requests to God with thanksgiving. We see Psalm 55 says, cast your cares upon the Lord and he will sustain you. He will never let the righteous fall. Yeah, there's a lot of those similar verses in here. I think it's said 365 times in the Bible, don't be afraid. But I could just copy and paste and slap one of those verses in here and call it a day. But I'm not going to do that, because you and I both know that's a bit easier said than done. We know that's the truth, and so we see that. But we know it's easier said than done. Sometimes we just need to go back to the foundations of our lives. We need to go back to the roots. And it's that foundation that gives us the proper perspective. And this verse takes us back to that foundation. That's Psalm 118:24. This is the day the Lord has made, so let us rejoice and be glad in it. Today is the day the Lord has made. You can bet your bottom dollar this universe won't last a day beyond where God has told it to exist. When God says stop, it will stop. Just as when God said, let there be light, there was light. He speaks and gives, and he speaks and takes away. So we know that if today exists, he gave it to us on purpose. Today has a purpose. We know that the Lord has given today a purpose, and we rejoice in that fact. We're not just rejoicing in the worries or uncertainties around us. We're not even just rejoicing in the fact that we have a God who can take those away from us, but we rejoice in the fact that he has made today. He has given us today, and so we rejoice because he has made today. He has ordained this day. He has given us this day, and we rejoice in that fact and that fact alone. As long as your heart's still beating today, as long as there's still breath in your lungs, we know that God has given us that time. And so we rejoice in that he created us to live today. He didn't just create us to live in tomorrow or yesterday. He created us to live today. So this is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Whether it's a long day, a short day, a hard day, a good day, a sad day, a bad day, a rainy day, a sunny day, we rejoice because it's a day that the Lord has made. It's a day the Lord has given to us. And so we rejoice. We are glad in that. So what if we took the time to start each day by giving God the glory? What if we started each day by just giving God the glory for the day he's given us? So I ask you, what day is it?